my name's Liz, I'm the baker that sews. Welcome back to Vlogmas, and we are on day 5. I have to keep reminding myself of the date, which is silly because I always write the date every day as part of my job. So yeah, we're on day 5. I did skip a couple of days at the weekend. It was just super busy and I just didn't get chance to film. And then yesterday was my Sunday sewing catch up, and I sort of used that as my Vlogmas. But I am back today with a couple of things. I think I've said in all of my videos when I've talked about Vlogmas, I think my Vlogmases are just going to be chatty. I don't have any plans or any sort of structure to them, apart from that I am going to be sharing recipes. And today's recipe is going to be for my lemon loaf cake. Somebody left a comment on one of my videos to ask if I could make a playlist of all the vlogs where I share recipes, so I'll definitely do that. I've never made a playlist with my videos before, so I will look into how I do that and I'll sort that out for you, because there's a few videos further back where I've shared recipes as well, especially when I've talked about cupcakes, and also I think I've shared my brownie recipe as well, so I will make sure that all of those are part of a playlist. So I have got a couple of things I wanted to share with you today. I've got my party fabric that's arrived, so I can make my party outfit for Friday's Christmas party with work. So I'll share that in a second. I've been digging out all of my Christmas makes so far. So I've got a couple of things to share with you, which I thought I would share with you. And one of them is what I've got on today. So I was back to school today, and we are definitely gearing up for Christmas. We've been practicing. We've got our Christmas show on Thursday, which I'm excited about. So I'm trying to wear all of my Christmas outfits and jumpers and things in the next couple of weeks. I've got a couple of dresses that I'm working on, but this is one of my favourite jumper patterns, which is the Nina Lee South Bank sweater. And this has got, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, because I've got my Jenny overalls on. So it's dinosaurs, there's Christmas trees, they're wearing Christmas jumpers. If I've got a better photo of me wearing this jumper, I'll pop it in now so you can see. But I've got this jumper on, I've got a t-shirt underneath because it's freezing today. I think it was like 4 degrees. And then I've got my closet core Jenny overalls. I think it's closet core pattern, just in a green corduroy, and I really love these. These are such an old make. I've worn them so much. So I've just got the jumper on with the dungarees. But yeah, we decorated our tree at the weekend. We went and bought it on Saturday. We bought it on Saturday, left it to rest, and then decorated it on Sunday, which was yesterday, which was really lovely. I'll put in a video of what our Christmas tree looks like. We don't have tinsel on our tree. We've got this gorgeous angel that goes on the top of the tree that was my husband's before we met, and he used to put it on his tree, and now that we are a family, we put it on our tree. And we have this little tradition. It's getting a bit tricky now because we're all getting older, and especially Ruby and Lola, they're getting taller. They used to be able to like sit on my hip and sit on my husband's hip, and then we'd lift them both up so they could put the angel on the tree. But they're both, well, I think Ruby's probably the same height as me now, and Lola's not too far away from being the same height. So we all had to stand on chairs around the tree, and then all sort of hold the angel and put it on top. That's sort of our family tradition, where we all have to touch the angel that's going on the top of the tree and then put it on together. And our tree's quite bright and quite colourful. I think I am drawn to bright and colourful patterns and things anyway, but our tree's just a mishmash of ornaments that we've bought over the course of the years. And we have a tradition as well where we all choose a new ornament to go on the tree. My husband and I chose a box of ornaments this year that was together, and I've got one here. Couldn't resist these. They're all little felt decorations. There was a chocolate Yule log slice that's got glasses on, which was super cute. There was a turkey, a carrot. I'm not going to be able to remember all of them. There was a Brussels sprout. I can't remember what the other one, oh, I've said carrot. I can't remember what the other one was, but basically there were 6 of these felt ornaments. So this is the Brussels sprout. They're all super cute. If I can get some photos or a little video footage of all of them on the tree now, I'll share it with you. But those were ours, and then I've got to take Ruby and Lola shopping so that they can put the decorations on the tree as well. And then another tradition that we have as a family is that we always go ice skating, and we always go to Brighton. There's a beautiful pavilion. I'll put a picture in of the pavilion now, but there's a beautiful pavilion where we go ice skating, and then usually we go in the lanes and we go Christmas shopping, and we do Secret Santa as our little family of 4. So we'll go and do that, and then I'll probably get the girls to choose their decorations when we've done that. But these were our decorations that we chose at the weekend. I just love how cute they are, and the carrot's got a really gorgeous smile on too. Really made me smile. I was busy last night baking because one of the things that happened today, which was really lovely and really exciting, was we had a new nursery built at my school over the summer, and it's been open for a while now. I think October it opened officially, and then we had the official opening for the nursery this evening. So I made cake. I felt quite nervous making the cake because I knew that a lot of people were going to be seeing it, and I would be there. Normally when I make cakes and people buy them and I you know, give them to them, I'm not there when they actually cut into it and eat it. But I just felt a little bit of pressure making the cake. But the instructions were vanilla sponge, to make it look amazing, fit for a celebration, and then also in the school uniform colours. So that's what I went for, buttercream with this gorgeous gold drip down the outside, and then some cupcakes as well. So that was this evening after school, and it was a really, really lovely event, just celebrating this amazing building that we've got for the children, the youngest children in our school, who are having an absolute ball using the space. And then I had to dash to Year 9 options evening, where we're starting to think about options for Ruby, because she'll be doing her GCSEs next year, and that just made me feel really old. I can't believe that she's going to be old enough to do her GCSEs next year. So we've got a bit of food for thought for that as well. And then I've come home and had some dinner, and now I'm filming this video. So I thought I'd share with you a couple of my Christmas outfits that I like to get out year and year. And one of them is a dress that I made. I don't know how many years ago I made this, but it was quite a long time ago. And actually, when I got it out and washed it this time round and looked at it a little bit closer, I've realised actually how far I've come with my sewing. I can't remember the pattern for this dress, but the bodice is fully lined. This was a fabric that came in a So Hilly Jane box. It's got a fully lined bodice, short sleeves, and then it's just got a gathered skirt with pockets. And there was a couple of things with this make. I'll probably still wear it. There's a couple of things with this make that's just made me realise how far I've actually come with my sewing and how many skills I've actually learnt. The first one was the pockets were sticking out, and I've realised that actually when I made this, I didn't understitch the pockets, which helps to keep them inside the skirt and not peeking out. So that was a little bit annoying. I mean, it's fine, they'll stay in. And then the other thing was, this is meant to have an invisible zip, and it is nowhere near invisible. But I do remember when I put this zip in, it must have been a good like 3 or 4 years ago when I wasn't comfortable or confident putting zips in, but that is not an invisible zip. You can really see the white. I don't think it's awful. I think I will still wear the dress because it's a really beautiful dress. And I really love that fabric. I'll have to layer it up with a top underneath, thick woolly tights, and maybe a cardigan as well. But I dig this out year on year and always wear it when I'm wearing my Christmas outfits to school. And then I've got my absolute favourite dress that's like party dress, and I wear this every year to the Christmas party that we have at school with the children, so the party that I have with the children in school, and the children absolutely love it when I wear this dress to school. Now I can't remember what pattern I used for the top of this, but it was an adapted pattern. I can't remember what pattern it was. If I remember, I'll put some information in now, but it was sort of a glittery jersey fabric. It's a brushed sweatshirting fabric. You can see how brushed it is on the inside. And this is grey, and it's got a subtle glitter to it. And then on the bottom half, I've used mermaid sequin fabric. I can't remember where I got this from. I think I might have got it from Like So Amazing. Look how sparkly it is. So it's mermaid sequins. So when you brush it down, it's like turquoisey colour. And when you brush it up, it's silver. And then what I decided to do was, there's netting on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but there's netting on the bottom. And I just kept that so I didn't have to do a hem on it. And then the back of the skirt, you can see the silver sequins in a bit more detail. And I put this on every year for the Christmas party with the children. And the whole day is just children rubbing the sequins up and down. They absolutely love it. And I really love wearing it to school. It's just really festive and just really Christmassy. So I will definitely be wearing that next week when we've got the Christmas party. And then I've got a jumper that I made last year. I think I made this last year. Again, it's a South Bank sweater. I really love that pattern. It's really comfortable and cozy. And this is Christmas fabric that's got kittens and cats in stockings. I just think it's a really cute, fun fabric. And there's cats that have got lights. They're all in stockings, party hats, all kinds of things. So I will make sure that I wear this jumper this week and also next week. I've got a few more jumpers. They're just in the wash at the moment. So in a couple of videos time when they're dry, I'll share with you a couple of dresses that I've got and also some more jumpers. And I'll show you what some of my Christmas outfits are. You'll see them because I'll be wearing them to work every day this week and every day next week as well. And then I'm currently working on a couple of my assorted dresses. So this evening I managed to get the sleeves inserted for the bodice, and we've got the side seams sewn up as well. So I want to put the sleeves on the other bodice that I was sewing up, and then I can attach the facing, the collar, and then pop the skirt on, and I'll have a couple of new dresses to wear this week and also next week. And then I was going to share the fabrics that have arrived. And then at the end, I'll share my lemon loaf cake recipe. So I ordered a couple of fabrics from Fabric Godmother with my work Christmas party in mind. The first one, I can't remember what type of fabric it was, but it's definitely a stretch. It's a black fabric, but it's got this gorgeous sort of sheen to it, which is almost like a bronze. I don't know if you can see it when it catches the light. It's almost like a bronze kind of sheen. And this is a stretch fabric. You can see it's got a nice amount of stretch, and it's also got a really lovely amount of drape. And I'm thinking of turning this into, I've got two ideas. So I could turn this into a dress, and then I thought that dress could go underneath this dotty tulle fabric that I got from Fabric Godmother. Or I could turn this into the new Mila jumper, I think the pattern's called, which is by Tammy Handmade. I thought this would make a really lovely sort of relaxed fit festive jumper that I could pair with some jeans. And then the tulle fabric, I know exactly what I'm going to turn this into. I think in my Sunday sewing catch up I said that the dots were embroidered, but they're not, they're glittery dots. And I've bought 4 meters of this, and this is going to become the new Craft House everyday dress. And I'm going to use it to sew up the long sleeves. I'm going to have to roll my sleeve up so I can show you. What I really want to do is create the long sleeves that are sort of ruched a little bit and a bit poofy. And then I think what I was thinking of doing was putting this, if I turn this into a dress, I was thinking this might work really nicely underneath the fabric, and you would still be able to see the gorgeous dots on the tulle. So I need to play around with this fabric, and then I also need to play around with this fabric. But this is definitely going to become the new Craft House everyday dress, with a gorgeous voluminous sleeve, and then I'm going to do the tiers of the skirt, and I think that's going to make a really gorgeous party dress that I can wear on Friday. So I'm really excited about that. And then I've also ordered an embroidered fabric from Fabric Godmother, so that if that doesn't work or I'm not too keen on how it looks, then I could have a go at sewing up a different dress as well. So before I finish, I thought I'd share my lemon loaf recipe. I'll write it down in the description as well in case you do want to have a go at making it up. I really love the lemon loaf. I find it a really lovely light cake, but it's also quite zesty and quite a fresh cake as well. So you need 225 grams of stalk or unsalted butter, 225 grams of caster sugar, 4 eggs, 225 grams of self-raising flour, and then you also need the zest of, I always do a load of lemons, so I use 4 lemons and I zest them on the grater using the finest sort of thing on the grater, and then you pop all of that zest in the mixture, give it a really good mix, and then pop it in a 2-pound lined loaf tin, and then you bake it in the oven 170 degrees for up to an hour. I do it for 45 minutes to begin with, and then check on it, and if it looks like it's ready you can get it out, otherwise leave it in for another up to 15 minutes, but do check on it every 5 minutes. Once it's out and it's cooled for about half an hour, then you need to use a little skewer to make little holes in the top of the cake, because that's going to help the lemony, sugary sort of drizzle absorb into the sponge and make it really lovely and zesty. So then I usually weigh out about 200 grams to 300 grams of caster sugar. If I'm honest, I don't tend to weigh it out. I tend to just do it by eye. And then I juice all of the lemons that you've zested and squirt all of that juice all over the sugar, give it a really good mix, and it should turn into like a syrupy sort of consistency. The sugar doesn't dissolve in the lemon juice, but it should turn into more of sort of a liquidy sort of syrup. And then you pour that over the top of the cake and then leave it for as long as you possibly can to cool and really soak up all that gorgeous sugary lemony yumminess. And then slice it and enjoy with a nice cup of tea or coffee or squash, although I don't know if squash would go with a lemon loaf slice, but it's one of my favourite recipes. Lemon loaf cake is so yummy. So I'll pop all of that information in the description below if you do want to have a go at baking the lemon loaf cake. But that was everything that I wanted to share with you today. So you've got a roundup of all different types of things, some fabrics, some plans, things that I've been getting up to, and decorations, and also some traditions. Thank you as always for coming back and watching my videos. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it'd be really great if you could hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified of when I bring out my next video. Thank you as always for watching. Take care, and I'll be back tomorrow with day 6 of Vlogmas. Bye.